Let's talk about the importance of the approach and from the RVer's perspective on how they're coming into your park and how they're actually parking. So you want to think in terms of when you're designing the park, thinking about buying some land is if I was hauling a 40-foot camper, how far is the highway? So this location here, the highway's 5 minutes down the road, the interstate. So you got to think about if I'm coming from that interstate and I'm turning down this main road, and then if I'm coming up this road and turning into this property and then making a left into this actual turn. So you want to think about that whole drive that a consumer would have to make, which angles or which directions they would be coming from, because that can have a huge impact on the success of your park. Are the turning into it, is there some low hanging trees that would need to be trimmed that you'd have to work with the county? Turning radius is at the nearest stoplight. Is it a comfortable turn for them, or can you work with the city or county to try to make a turning lane for your customers once your park is open? So I think that doesn't get looked at enough, and it could really hurt your reputation. Because you just think about it, if somebody's pulling a camper and they drive over here and then the turn is too tight coming into the park, and so they clip their RV on the way here just because it's not their fault. They're not really good drivers. But that's going to kill the reputation of your park. So I would be very careful with that. And on once you get somebody into your park, you want to make it as comfortable as possible for them. As soon as they step onto your property, drive all the way around and then back into their spot or into their pull through. So you want to keep in mind all the different turning radiuses. I like to reference the National Fire Code 1194 book that's available for purchase anytime. It gives you a lot of radiuses on industry standards for campgrounds. And it's very helpful when you're making some judgment calls and just having the kind of design for the whole park to make sure that when you do have customers coming, that they're happy and they can get into their spot without any headaches.